Okay, y'all, what we're going to go through today is how to forecast the weather a little bit and how the military does it, which is a little bit different than the civilian world. What you might be used to is the civilian world, where in the civilian world what you see is partly cloudy, mostly cloudy, and different things like that. But for the weatherman, especially the military weatherman, we do a little bit more, and that is weather person, of course. If you want to become a weather person, we'll show you exactly some of the ways that we get things done here. What we end up doing is we make forecasts for weather flights. So I'm going to show you a little bit on how to fill out a form for a weather flight. And this weather flight will be leaving today, 17. Let's try it this way. Today, 17 July 10. That's how we type it in the military. An aircraft type, we'll pick an F-22. You get this from the pilot. The call sign of Raptor 9. Leaving from a place in Virginia called Langley Air Force Base. And the time of leaving will be 1800 Zulu. All that takeoff weather is pretty interesting, and we'll go into that in a future lesson, but I really want to get into the really more interesting part is how to forecast the en route weather. First, you need to know where they're going to. You get that again from the pilot. In this case, it'll be a flight to Detroit, and actually it's a guard base called Selfridge Guard Base, and that's in Michigan, right around the Detroit area, Selfridge Air National Guard Base, and the time they're getting in there to that will be at 2100 Zulu. So in here, how you would type that, you have to give a little bit extra time just in case they miss their times in there, from 20 to 2200 Zulu. Zulu is a time that we use to just keep it standard throughout the world. That's also called Greenwich Mean Time or Universal Time Mercator, and that's a time as of right around London, England. Everybody uses that, so we keep a standard time instead of trying to change from the different time zones. But we're going to go to the Aviation Weather Center. Usually I would use a military weather center, but since I'm on a home computer, we're a little bit more secret than that. We don't let you get into the .mil domains on these computers. We're going to look in here. What I'm going to look for is some of the more interesting things like turbulence. I know the flight level is going to be at 22 or 24,000 feet for an F-22. And so what I'm going to go to is try to get the turbulence from, we'll get 23,000 feet from Langley, which is in this area, all the way up to Detroit. And you'll notice in between there is some light to moderate turbulence at that flight level. And so the plane's going to get bounced around a little bit, and you have to again put that onto the form. What you would do there is in the turbulence area, you'd use the chart time and number, and you'd say some moderate in clear and in cloud. And a satellite picture, it looks like there's a little bit of cloud out there. And the levels from 20 to 30,000 feet, that is, and the location, which, going back to our little picture, it looks to be in southern Ohio, West Virginia through southern Ohio. So that's what you would put on there, back from West Virginia, west, location, West Virginia to south. Oh, okay. That tells the pilot if he wants to go around it. And you'll be briefing this to the pilots later on. You take that chart, brief it to them, and with that, they may be able to go around. We also look at icing at flight level and any thunderstorms, and the pilots in that case may change their flight plan to try to divert around these. So there's a little more to being a weather person than just saying if it's going to be partly or mostly cloudy. Pretty important job. And in the military, we even go one step further, because sometimes between those two takeoff and landings, there might be something else we do. It might be what we call some mission data, And that mission data may include actually even bombing some things. Or, in the case that we'd like to talk about probably even more in these classes, is dropping things for humanitarian relief. This was a start, a little look for you at what we do as weather people in the Air Force. Thank you.